Five, four.
Yeah.
We're in
Recording,
business. We're
recording
all
started. I
right.
seen it at the top. Yeah,
The
the red
recording
button on.
has started. Let's zoom the thing out. We are live. What up? What up to anybody out there? Those who are watching and listening. You are watching Grown Man Biz with Mac and Whiz. I'm your co-host, Mac Phipps, aka Mac Free. If you know, you know. And at my side, in always is none other than the Big St. Thomas, the Wizard. What's happening, cuz? What we talking about? What's going
Oh man,
on in the world on this good Monday night?
I'm cooling, man. Heating up the same cup of soup from yesterday. You did?
Oh man, I think I gave a unadvertised advertisement or whatever you call it. Let me move that out the way.
They're gonna be all right. They might pay us
Yeah,
for it later.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I think you had a few albums we wanted to touch on, a few projects,
Oh
few musical
man, I mean,
projects first. And I ain't and honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't really been listening to nothing because I've been working on my project, and when I'm working on it, I kind of try to refrain from listening to anything that I feel may, you know,
yeah,
I don't want nobody else's vibes to rub off into my project. So I kind of
gotcha.
stay away from it when I'm recording my stuff. But I've been catching little
Mm,
parts of this and that here and there.
I mean, the Clips dropped the goddamn critically acclaimed album, man. Like from top to
Yeah,
bottom, it's dope.
I definitely, excuse me, I've definitely been hearing all of the reviews and fanfare it's been getting. So I'm pretty sure it's dope. I mean, the clips are dope. I mean, I'm just to keep it 100. They are some guys that are still representing real, like that real authentic storytelling and real hip hop. So shout out to the clips for
Yes,
that.
sir.
We need more of that. Now, don't get me wrong. I love what the youngsters are doing now. They're making, they found new ways to monetize it, and I've been learning from that, just paying attention. But as far as just musically, man, that's nothing like good old fashioned storytelling over some hard drums. You know what I'm saying? And real hip hop. So that's what's dear to my heart. I'll say.
It's like top tier lyricism, you
Right.
know. So that's
Right. I
my
mean,
my whole thing.
I wouldn't expect it no other way. You talking about Pusha and Malice? They've been they've been had bars. This is nothing new. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, um, I think what goes unnoticed is that a lot of artists, man, as we get older, our flow gets a little better. We get wiser. You know what I mean? We get more. We approach it. I I believe we approach it a little more intentionally as you get older because you learn a lot more about yourself, about the industry, and you learn a lot more about your fans. You know what I mean? So if you really,
Mm.
if y'all been really paying attention out there, listen to some of the verses some of these OGs been spitting. It been something serious. I heard Method Man on somebody's song. I heard we talked about Raekwon's new album. We talking about Nas. We talking about um
Benny the
whoever,
Butcher.
man. Yeah, Benny the Butcher. And a lot of the older guys, man, are really, really spitting. They really spitting. I got to give them credit.
I mean, Benny sound like he come from our era. So
Well,
I
yeah,
know he, I know he
that's
young, yeah.
Benny is from where? Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Buffalo got that sound. Like Buffalo has that 1992, 91, 92 hip hop. They got that sound. They bringing that sound back, like that real authentic New York.
That,
And it's
that whole
crazy.
Griselda
And it's
crew, they
and
go
it's
hard.
crazy. It's crazy that it's coming from upstate New York. And I just was in New York. I was just in Manhattan a couple weeks ago, like last month. I was in Manhattan, and man, I was on the subway, and somebody was blasting NBA YoungBoy. Blow my mind. Blow my
You
mind.
know,
So shout out to shout out to
young
young
boy
boy,
big, young boy
shout out to young
worldwide, man.
boy, but shout out to young boy. And it was crazy because New York. I never thought in a million years that I would hear young boy blasting in the subway in New York City. So
Hmm.
yeah, shout out to the South for that, man. We
For sure.
we done came in and kicked the door in.
Straight up. We build our own house. We ain't gotta kick the we been kicked the door in. We got our
Yeah,
own block, our own city, you know what I mean? Our own thing going on. Yes, sir.
So I
It's a few. Go ahead, my bad.
no. That was it. I was saying I know it was some other stuff that you asked me about a little bit earlier.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to tell you that Raekwon album is dope, man. Like he's spitting, he sounded like he
I haven't
reinvigorated.
heard it.
Well, he
I haven't
never
heard it
lost a
yet.
step, but he sounds fresh, man.
Just as I was saying, you say you sound reinvigorated. I heard some Rakim stuff a couple weeks back. Man, the OGs is spitting, man. It's like the OGs, in a way, I think the OGs feel like they got something to prove. They got a chip on their shoulder. Like they trying to prove that, yo, don't count us out. You know what I mean? And I feel that.
Well, well, you're an
And I
OG.
feel that.
How you feel?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I feel that. I feel that. Don't count us out. We still making music. You know what I mean? It's 2025. We still, as long as that pen still
Okay,
works, I'm doing it.
check this out. What you think? What's your thoughts on the supergroup? Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, KRS-One. What you think about that? And after you answer that question, put me a New Orleans supergroup together with yourself in mind, and give me three more people.
I know I would want to hear that the super group with Rakim, Karis, I would want to hear it. I don't know how many I don't know how many people outside of like hardcore hip hop fans would want to hear it. But even if
I
they
want to go
do
to
it
the show.
right, even if they do it just for the hardcore hip hop fans, listen, I'm a fan of all four of them guys. So, I would be there.
Of
I would
course.
be front line and center, rocking. You know what I mean? So yeah. As
Oh,
far as the
top.
super group with me, if I had to pick a group in New Orleans, if I had to make a group to be a part of,
I mean, you got
um,
three other guys besides yourself. It could be
three other
whomever
guys
you want
beside
to pick.
myself. Um,
Guys, girls. I mean, MCs.
yeah. So if I could pick a group, man, I would probably pick myself, Juvie,
Okay.
D1, 3D 19.
You got one more.
It's
Juvie
four. Juvie, D1, 3D 19.
and yourself. Yeah, okay, you're right, you're right,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, man,
I
that's a
like
hard.
that.
I know so many hard spitters, and I was sitting here trying to think of contrasting artists, like artists who
I'm,
nobody would expect could be doing
yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
together. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You get Juvie for just to talk that onk talk, because Juvie always sound like a nigga onk to me, like a nigga sitting on the porch like a nigga uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got D1 that's gonna bring some inspiration. You got Nati that's just gonna straight up destroy you lyrically. She's just gonna destroy you. She's a real battle
Mm-hmm.
rapper. Um, and myself, I think I'm in between all three. I'm gonna give
Throw,
you
throw,
that
throw, in, throw in an honorable mention. Just throw in a fifth. Just who would you take?
honorable mention. Fiend. I need the hooks. Fiend gonna come up with them fire hooks.
You, Fiend, Nati, D1,
Juvie and Juvie.
Juvie. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't do Wayne because I thought about Wayne, but I can't do Wayne because Wayne is in a. I like to hear Wayne by itself.
Yeah, Wayne, he
Wayne from
gone.
space. I like to hear Wayne by itself.
Hmm.
I don't even want to hear Wayne with nobody else.
What would that
PG,
group be called?
huh?
What would the group be called?
What would the group be called? Jambalaya. Nah.
Man, that a bitch.
I don't know. Call it
Yeah,
a group.
you might have to come back to that.
Yeah, call it a group.
Now we
Super
might be
group.
putting this out in the ethos, you know what I mean?
Call it
Never
more
know.
super. Call it more super group.
Super
Yeah.
group, the
Yeah.
Avengers, huh?
Just call it might have to take the name from Super. Call that more Super. SUPA.
Ain't that a bitch?
Take her name, Super. Name that more Super.
Super motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Name that be Wakanda.
God damn. Shit. All right, let me get to it. It's a post I seen, man,
All
earlier. I
right,
wanted to ask you about.
all right,
It was about the streaming world. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You got three individuals. You got Kai Cenat, I Show Speed. You got the boy Aiden Ross, and you got
Kasha
like
not
Kit. Okay, go
Kasha
ahead.
Kasha not Aiden Reed, and what was the other one?
No, Aiden Ross.
Aiden Ross, and what was the other one?
I Show Speed.
I Show Speed.
Yeah, it's a young boy. He like one of the top
That's the name of his
three.
platform. Is I Show Speed.
That's his name. Well, his name's Speed, but yeah, he go by I Show Speed. I'm gonna send you some clips of him. Like he big, he can't go nowhere.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, he one of the big top three streamers. Him,
All
Aiden,
right.
and Kai. They like one,
Right.
two, three, however you want to put it. So Casanat is getting money with Twitch. But
Right.
Aiden said that Kick had a deal on the table for all three of them. Wanted to offer all three, Speed, Kai, and himself, $50 million apiece, and they wanted to give him equity.
Right.
And Aiden was saying if Kai would have took the deal and Speed would have took the deal, they would have eventually became billionaires over time. And Kai was like, he didn't want to do the deal because he was comfortable financially. He don't have to do anything else for money. Like,
Right.
he good. He gonna stay on Twitch. He not gonna take the deal. But I was thinking the reason why Kai didn't want to take the deal is because he don't want to make his influences. He called his influence chat, the mafia. You know what I mean? I don't think he wanted to influence them to gamble because Kick is like a gambling stream.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. If you was in this position, would you take the big money? Would you take the 50 million in the equity and eventually become a millionaire, or would you just stay true to what you got going right now and build it brick by brick and don't influence your audience to gamble if that's not what you into? Like, would you just, like all money ain't good money? Was pretty
Right.
much what Kyle was saying. So if you was in that position, how would you handle it?
It depends on where I would be financially. If I was in a position where I really needed the money, guess what? I'm doing it. Because I don't.
But
I,
remember, you're in a Kyle position now. You don't need no money.
right. 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 No. And I just wanted to preface that with saying that that I think every situation is determined by a person's perspective and what they're going through at that time. Um, if I was in a position where I really needed the money, it's kind of hard to turn down 50 million, especially if you don't have to kill nobody. You're not telling people to go die, go do this. You're just representing the gambling company. I mean, you got people that that worked for Marlboro. You know what I
True.
mean? So you got people that work for sugar cane companies, sugar companies. Sugar gives everybody damn diabetes. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so like I said, I think all of that is, and I might just be making false comparisons, but I mean, hey, that's all I can think of at the moment. But I would say that if he's in a position where he don't need it financially, then I'm in agreement with that. He don't have to do it. And some people don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't want to take on other obligations when they don't really need to. You know what I mean? Because whether we know it or not, everything is an obligation. Nobody's going to give you just $50 million because they like you. So everything requires some. It requires work. It requires more of your time. And when you're talking about those type of dollars, you're talking about a lot that they want from you, a
The
lot
commitment,
demanded.
yeah.
Yeah, the commitment is serious, and probably for a very extended amount of time. So I just think that with all of that considered, I think he made the right decision for himself, especially if he didn't need the money.
And I mean, it probably would have came across as unauthentic if he'd have been
Right,
pushing the gambling on like
right,
young dudes that's 20, about to be 21, because you got to be 21 to gamble.
right.
And you got young kids watching him, like younger than 21, teenagers, little kids, like 10 and probably below.
Okay,
Single
okay.
digit kids know who he is, come up to him all the time.
Yeah,
So he probably didn't want to seem unauthentic, you know what I'm saying, by hooking up with a gambling company, you got to promote gambling. And he would actually have to gamble on the
right, right,
platform. You know what I mean? So
right. Shit, that's like me with drink
I, I
champs.
salute I salute the young brother. You know what
That's
I mean?
like that's like me with drink champs. Noah, if you're watching or if you ever come across my page, if you get me on drink champs, y'all gonna have to have a fake drink for me. Y'all just gonna have to have a fake drink. I don't drink. So I don't like the taste
And
of alcohol.
they had people on there that never drunk before. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So you wouldn't be the first.
it has some cran apple juice that look like yeah, it look like a drink. Cause I
Yeah.
have nothing against alcohol. I just don't like the taste of it. I don't like the taste of mayonnaise,
Well,
ketchup, none of that.
when I go on there, I smoke the CMC and smoke this goddamn baby Joker for you. So I pull me a little. You know what I
but
mean?
but yeah,
We'll just you know.
but as far as Casanat, I think he made the right decision based on for himself. I think he made the right decision. Somebody
Yeah, I
else
think
did
so
something.
too.
David Chappelle did something similar years ago with what network that was. I forgot.
Comedy
Was it
Central.
Comedy Central when he walked away from that 50 million? I mean, man, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard to walk away from 50 million, but everybody has something that they're willing to stand for, bro, and I respect it. I respect it when you're willing to stand for it, cause it's kind of hard, bro, especially for people that don't have it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, cuz if I was in Casanat position, of course I could take that stand. But if I wasn't, and they trying to give me that $50 million check,
Yeah, yeah, 50 million is a lot, so it's kind of hard.
I'm gonna be rolling the dice on stream.
Yeah, now there are a few things. There are a few things that I would not give up for money. There are a few things. There are some things that I would not do for money,
I'm gonna have to tell the
but
kids, you know, you got to turn this broadcast off. This for the youngsters, like certain amount of
yeah,
time. You know what I mean? Hey
yeah.
man,
Cause
shit.
I gotta be real too. There are some things that I'm uncompromised about. You can't, I will not compromise with certain things.
And
But
what are those? If you don't mind sharing.
personal stuff, there's some things I'm just not gonna do. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Some things I'm not gonna do. You know it, but I don't think it's something I want to share with the world.
Well, everything for sale except my ass and my soul. You know,
Yeah,
I put a for sale sign on everything except those two.
that's the real
Uh-huh.
talk.
Yeah. Fuck the talking about. That's the only two things I ain't, you know, we ain't rocking like that. So,
I'm telling you.
you know, yeah. But in other news, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Before I let you get out of here, I wanted to ask you this, man. It was a clip with Kurt Franklin,
Yeah,
Jeezy,
I saw it.
Tyler Perry, okay, Tyler Perry, and I forgot the young guy's name. I forgot, you know, I apologize for forgetting his name. He's like a young entrepreneur that opened up a
Yeah, yeah, the little light
cheesesteak
skinned brother.
restaurant.
Yeah, the little light skinned brother.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't know him, but I saw him on it.
And they pretty much was talking about like the black tax, man. Because, you know, it was, shouts out to Antoine Daniels, you know what I'm saying? That's where
Yeah,
I watch Antoine Daniels a lot. That's a real smooth, you know, intelligent brother. So,
right.
you know, yeah, I watch Antoine a lot, man. So that's where I got the clip from. And pretty much it's a combination of Antoine talking about the black tax being the doors. You come from the hood, you be the first one to make it. Or you
Yeah,
obligated to like take care of everybody.
right.
And certain people that, you know, won't help you along the way, or certain people that did help you along the way. Like how you differentiate who you take with you and who you don't take with you. And give me like how can we avoid the black tax in the hood, man? Like what's is that gonna plague us forever? Like once you make it, you obligated to like pull everybody out.
Um, the reality is so that's it's multifaceted, but I'm gonna just give you I'm gonna give you my blank frank answer, and then I'll explain a little more. First of all, you're not obligated to take care of nobody but yourself and your kids. That's the bottom line. You come in this world, your only obligation are to your children. To be straight frank with you. Now, when you get married, then you have an obligation to a wife. You have an obligation to your kids, and that's pretty much it. Um, you don't even have an obligation to take care of your parents. They brought you in this world, but most of us do, right? But that's not your obligation. Um, that's just my opinion. Now, I think for a lot of us, many of us, I think a lot of us in the hood, we have survivor's guilt. You know what I mean? I think when we make it out, we have this overwhelming sense of, just we feel that we have to do that for them because that kind of we almost feel like we almost feel guilty for making it, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
if and the reality is it's heavy. That's a heavy burden to carry. And
Yeah.
particularly when you have people that knows this about an individual. They know that you're the kind of person that wants to help. So you got certain people that take advantage of that. You know what I mean? And I think that you just have to differentiate it by who's willing to work with you? Who's willing to actually put in the work? You can't bring along people with you that's just gonna be stagnated and just idle. Because if you got idle folks
Mm,
with you, that's gonna create more problems. So you just basically gotta, if you're going to invest in the people that you grew up with, make sure there are people that are investing as much as you are as far as in commitment. They might not have the money monetarily, but they are invested in what you're trying to do and build this dream. I think a perfect example would be Rich Paul. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I think Rich Paul is a glitch in the matrix. You know what I mean? This was LeBron's friend. And now he invested in him, and now you see who he is. So I think there's plenty of examples throughout history of people taking someone that they love with them and building something and them growing. But then there are also evidence to suggest the opposite. That when you got a bunch of people
Mm.
around you that's just coming along for the ride, is going to eventually be dead weight. And dead weight is going to just hold you down.
I mean, did you see the part about Tyler Perry when he said he had to fire his aunt,
Yeah, saw that.
and he had another relative that got upset with him when he asked for $1 million and he didn't want to give it to him?
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's a perfect example. I mean, who first of all, who fixes their mouth to ask their family member for $1 million? Like who does that? You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy. That's
Like
crazy.
like I can't even fathom if I had a family member that was worth billions, what would make me think that I can just go to them and be like, yeah, bro, I need $1 million? We're not talking about, man, I need you to buy me a pair of shoes. We're not even talking about, man, I need a car, bro. I can't get to work. I need a car. Dude asked for $1 million, bro. How do you even fix your mouth to ask
But
someone for $1 million, bro? I can't even fathom asking anybody for $1 million. Yeah, if my wife was a millionaire,
man, you got me
how in the
fucking
hell
choking,
do I
man.
fix my mouth and say, baby, can you loan me $1 million? like where they
I'm
do
like,
that
wait,
at?
wait, wait, wait. Real up. Let's real up. So Tyler Perry was your cousin.
Yeah,
And he a billionaire.
yeah.
You wouldn't tell him to put you on, give you a job. I'm not saying you were asking for a meal, but
Yes,
would
I
you
would
ask him
ask.
to put you
I
in?
would. I would ask him for a
Okay,
job, but I'll be willing to show him that I'm willing to work too.
that you
I'm
were
gonna put in
exactly.
the
All
work.
right, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
All right.
I'll show him. I want to earn mine. He wouldn't even have to
Mm-hmm.
ask me. I would go to him like, man, I'm ready to earn mine. But bro,
Yeah.
$1 million. Who asks some America for
I
a
mean,
million?
I'm gonna have to get rid of you. I'm gonna have to call the police to get rid of you. I might have to just call the police.
Who?
Like you crazy. You fucked up.
Yeah, you somewhere else, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
you out your top.
who asks someone for $1 million, man? That's
You want a
insane.
whole? You come to me ask for a whole Willy Wonka ticket. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
that's crazy. Like I can't even fathom that. So yeah, that's twisted. Some people are just selfish, man. That's all I can
I mean, I'm gonna keep.
leave
I'm
that
gonna keep.
to.
Let me keep it tall with you, cuz. If I was in his position, or if I had fuck you money, retirement money,
Yeah,
because America, you retire at your wage,
yeah,
not your age. You just put a W on age. They tricked us.
right,
You know what I mean? Because if you're young and you're balling, you ain't going to get no job.
right,
But I say that to say this, cuz if I had it like that on that level, I'm gonna take care of my family. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be straight. But you can't ball how I'm ball. You can't live how I'm living.
right,
And I'm not gonna be living crazy. But you can't drive, but I'm drive. Live well, you can't.
right, right,
Come
right.
on,
And
that's
look,
insane.
if we're gonna keep it a buck,
I'm gonna make sure you're good though.
if we keep it a buck, if I was in that position, I would
Hmm.
probably give someone in my family $1 million. But motherfucker, you don't ask
One
me for
person.
$1 million. Yeah, if I was
Right.
living like that, what I'm saying is, if I do that, let me
You
do
better
it
make sure
because
they
that's
sign an
how.
NDA to where they don't talk. If they talk, then you know what I mean? Because they're gonna tell one person that everybody else gonna come and want
Yeah,
at least a
it's like,
quarter.
it's like if I do that, let me do that because I want to do it, motherfucker. You're not about to ask me for $1 million, man. That is a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Uh,
So yeah, but that's where we at. People be like, "Oh, there ain't no
shit.
money. There ain't no money." Yo, $1 million is a nice amount of money. Trust me.
Man, look,
From someone who knows it is a nice amount of money, America. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
I wake up tomorrow and I got $1 million in my checking account. I'm going back to sleep. Wake up, go back to sleep, then call off and say, man, shit, I ain't working here no more. I'm gonna do a no call, no show twice.
Yeah,
Then call and say, man, I ain't yet. You know what I mean? If I can't fix my situation with a ticket, clean, like a whole ticket after taxes, I don't want to straighten my situation out.
yeah.
If I just want to go ball and splurge and splash and stunt, then we know where that's gonna go. You know what
Oh,
I
you're
mean?
gonna be broke. You'll be broke in about 2 months. Be all right.
I'm gonna be calling you again. Uh, Matt, remember that million you gave me?
So what happened was, but I
No,
mean, yeah, man.
your phone gonna go doo doo doo. This
Well,
number here you reach. Yeah,
I,
that's what that motherfucker
I
gonna
guess,
say.
man. I guess just I guess for me it's just like, yo, who has the audacity, man, to ask someone for $1 million? That's
That's
freaking
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of you.
I
You ain't
wouldn't
gonna know
ask.
where. You know what I mean?
I
You ain't gonna know
wouldn't.
where I live no more again.
I
Not you
wouldn't.
ain't gonna get
I
my.
wouldn't ask my parents if they was billionaires for $1 million, man. You know what I mean? I wouldn't ask my parents for if they were willing to give me $1 million for
I want
something
an
different.
opportunity. You know, I want an
Yeah.
opportunity to make me more than that.
Right.
Put me in a
Right.
position. Let me learn. Let me get the knowledge. You know what I mean? If I gotta work,
Yeah, that's
you know,
crazy.
work my way up. Let me. You know.
That's just freaking insane. So look, um, another thing that I wanted to oh, but go ahead. What else? Is there anything else on that video you want to address?
No, because it's something I just want to close it out with. I'm gonna let you go
All
ahead
right.
on and speak on what you speak on the topic I'm gonna touch on. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna close it out with that one. So go
All
ahead, you
right.
got it.
So I think for me, today I saw something interesting. So for the people who are watching, I think right now we had five. Now we're down to three. We had five people watching. We're like three. So
Shouts out to them three. Shouts out
shout
to the
out to the three.
five. You dig?
Y'all are part of a y'all are part of a
Why don't
very
y'all
special
comment on that
club.
joint?
Y'all part of a very special club. We just starting this thing out, and it's gonna get big. I can promise you that. So y'all gonna be exclusively a part of the club. Um,
Yes, sir. It's gonna get big. You dig?
you did. So man, what's crazy is I saw this video today. Um, the video was of an officer, a traffic stop, a supposed. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it was a traffic stop, but it was police
What
pulled a
city
guy
was it
over.
in? What city
Florida.
was
It
it
was
in?
somewhere in Florida.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact
I
city,
know
but
it
it
was
was somewhere in
Florida. I
Florida.
forgot the city myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was somewhere in Florida, but it was young black guy. He stopped. Um, just to paraphrase it, because I don't want to get into too much details, but nevertheless, his driver's side window wouldn't go down. So he's talking to one cop through the passenger side window. The other cop gets irate, starts talking reckless to him, and eventually breaks the driver's side window and punches the young man in the face, pull him out of the car, and just wait till he got him in handcuffs and then start punching him again. And the young man never fought the police. He never showed any aggression. He never showed. I mean, he was just compliant. He was just compliant, with the exception of a
Mm-hmm.
few questions he was asking. You know, he asked him why were they pulling him over. He asked the
Mm-hmm.
guy to show him the law that he broke, that he was trying to imply, and instead of talking to the young man about that law or letting him know why he was arrested, I think the cop really just got agitated by the fact that the young man was asking
Say
him
the least.
anything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I guess in his white, I mean right, I mean white, I mean right way of thinking, I think he just basically felt that you were not supposed to question him. That nobody's supposed to question him. How dare you, you nigga, question me? You know what I mean? So
Mm.
he didn't have to say those words, but his attitude definitely implied it. And I remember just looking at the video and after being disgusted, I was just like, cowards do coward shit. You know, you're for one, the young man was being very cooperative. He was actually talking to another cop. You took it upon yourself to exert whatever whatever puny amount of authority that your insecure ass can muster, and you punched this young man in his face through the window, and then you
Yeah.
waited till you had him in handcuffs and all the other cops were on him, and
Hmm.
then you decided once he was handcuffed you start punching him again.
Yeah.
Coward shit.
The man
Because you
was
don't
defenseless.
because you don't want to hit. You don't want to get hit. See, everybody want to do the hitting, but don't nobody want to get hit.
Hmm.
And cowards always do coward shit, and it's always the usual
Yes, sir.
suspects. It's the usual suspects. And let me say this: I have a close family member. For those who might be watching, a close family member that's a cop, good dude too, good dude, good person. Whether or not he's a good cop, of course he is. He's a great person. You know what I mean? And that's what makes a good cop. Good people. Um, but I think some of these,
I mean, some people good at their job, some people bad at their job, no matter what the hell they are.
yeah, and some of these suckers, man, some of these suckers, I think they need to do a better vetting process for police jobs. I think they need to do a better vetting process for these police jobs because I really believe that some of these suckers, these cowards, and they know who they are, the usual suspects. I think these cowards get a badge just so they can do just what he did because
Hmm.
they never in their life felt any type of authority. They never in their life felt big. They were insecure little whiny dudes whom probably didn't get the girl in high school. You know what I mean? Who got out. I mean, who, has been
I
a
mean,
perpetual who has up until that point been a perpetual loser, and you get in a uniform and you take the sacred um
oh,
you misuse the
hmm,
sanctity of public service for your own selfish insecure ass ambitions. So I say to you, cowards do coward shit. I think I'm gonna just get that on a t-shirt. America, if I get that on t-shirts, I'm gonna just sell them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put it on a T-shirt. I'm gonna just sell it. Sell it. Merch. Cowards do
I mean,
coward shit.
I mean, Slim, he could have probably been one of our sons. I don't know the young man's age, or if he was our age. Or, I'm thinking he could have been our son. And
Please don't let that happen to my son. That's
hell
all I'm gonna
no,
say. Please
that's
don't
the
let that
point.
happen to my
Yeah,
son.
that's the point I'm about to make right now. Like when stuff like that happen, I mean, we got to just go behind it with the full extent that we can go behind it.
Yeah.
With our lawyers and just make as much noise, whether it be social media, whatever, and make sure the cop, what I'm saying, get the justice he deserves. You know what I mean? For even just putting the young man through that. See what I'm saying?
I
That's
just think
that's
you
the
need.
only
I
that's the
think
only
I
way to
need.
go. I mean, you can't if you take it to the streets, you know where it's gonna go. You know that
I
that's alternative. So
what I think is I think we need to take it back to no limit in '98. Just getting the gloves. You want to do that, coward? All right. Now I'm gonna put some gloves. That
he ain't
young
gonna do
man,
that.
that little young man that you punched in the face, get in the ring
His
with him. Put
daddy,
the gloves
no,
on.
no. Get in the ring with his daddy,
Get in the
or
ring
get in
with
the
his
ring with his
daddy.
relative
Yeah.
that y'all get in the
And
same weight class
yeah,
as
I was
him.
about to say, get in the same weight class. Get in the
You're
same,
not
get
gonna do
somebody in
that.
the same weight class. Punch your stupid ass down. Yeah, ain't no killing.
And fuck
We want to
gloves. Let's
preserve your
wrap it
life.
up with just some tape.
Get
Do
some
some
tape.
bare
Let's
knuckle
get it
type
in.
shit.
Yeah, but get it
Yeah,
in.
let's rock
But
and roll. You can wear a
let's do it in the
mouthpiece if you
ring.
want.
Wear a
Yeah,
mouthpiece, get in the ring, and have a referee. Let's make it fair and square. Y'all
yeah.
go ahead, do y'all some UFC shit. Do it like you
Mm-hmm.
do it. If you want to do that, let's do that. And I mean, and guess what?
They're not gonna
Because
do that.
I'm all about preserving life. I love life too. So guess what?
Of course. Yeah, we ain't gotta take it just.
Everything doesn't require a death sentence. Let's bring it to the
Mm-mm.
ring. Let's bring it to the ring and put that pop on you. Yeah,
Mano y
fairly.
mano. Whoever win. It is what it
Whoever
is.
win, win. And whoever win gets to talk shit. That's the bottom line. You win, you
You
get to
got
talk shit.
you gotta be able to take an ass whooping like a drunk white boy. If you can't, it is what it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. That's
Fuck it.
real talk.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
cowards do coward shit. That's the way it is. That's what they do, man. Coward shit, man.
Them boys not taking out their badge and their gun, you know what I'm saying, and getting out their uniform and strapping up and getting right. They're not doing that. Some
Coward,
of them
man.
will. Some of them will. You call some of them out,
I've
they'll get
seen
it
it.
in with you.
I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it in
But the
prison.
one, yeah, the ones who, gonna hide behind it,
Yeah, it's a
they're
lot
gonna
of them.
hide behind it.
Is
Yeah.
you know who they are. When you see them, you know who they are. They all carry they the ones that do they carry a certain attitude. It's this arrogance. It's it's so interesting to me because man, it's I was perplexed by this the first time that I experienced it in my life. But it's an enigma, I would say, that in my opinion, arrogance and ignorance should never occupy the same time and space on this planet. Ever.
Mm.
Like if you ignorant, you don't get the audacity to be arrogant.
Well, you might be powerful. You got the audacity to be what the hell you want. You're powerful.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
I'm just going beneath the surface, going take away all of the titles, the power, whatever.
Okay.
I just don't think that ignorance and arrogance should ever be together. Like ever. Like if you're ignorant, like if you're literally ignorant, you don't have the right to be arrogant. If you're
I mean,
stupid, keep your mouth closed if you're stupid and let everybody think you're a genius. You know
that's a
what I'm saying?
cocktail. That's a cocktail for goddamn a crazy decision.
Yeah, it's
That
like
been going on
man,
throughout the history, throughout time. You know what I mean? So
whenever ignorance and arrogance meet, man, it's gonna be some dumb shit.
you could be ignorant, arrogance, bravado. Mix that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Throw a
that's
little ego,
crazy.
throw your ego in that motherfucker.
Some narcissism. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy to me, man.
You
That's
got a
crazy to
problem.
me. You got a serious problem. So when I saw
Yeah.
that, bro, it was disgusting. I would say it was disgusting. Um, um, hope the young brother get well, make a full recovery, and I hope that this officer gets fired and gets prosecuted for assault, because that was an assault charge. Make no mistake about it,
Straight
that
up.
was an assault. Um, I mean, hey man, I'm of the opinion that if you can dish it, you better be able to take it. Just like with prosecutors, I think if you willingly lie on someone in court, knowing facts, hiding it from them, and this has nothing to do with me. I'm just speaking generally across the board. I think
Yeah.
prosecutors should be held to a certain standard, and I think if they did, then they'll start seeking true justice rather than just a conviction, right? Because right now the criminal justice system is predicated on how many convictions you can get. I think that we can stop that if we start giving the prosecutors the same penalty that they're trying to give to someone else when they're caught at fault. Like
Hmm.
if you hide evidence or you do this or you do whatever to try to secure this conviction, and if and it comes to light that that's what you did, then you need that sentence that you got to that person.
I
I
mean,
think if
well,
I
you're
think
right.
if that
You
happened,
hit the nail on the head.
I
Yeah.
think if they were to do that, we wouldn't get all that shit no more. We'll you know people will bring real cases to trial. They go to trial. There wouldn't be no speculation. You know what I mean? They'll be
They
bringing
probably could
real shit.
expedite. They could probably expedite some trials that could be
Yeah,
expedited. You know, so we can get
because
some
they're
people
not
home that
gonna
need to be home.
right. They're not gonna deal with the fuckery. They're not gonna just be putting
Yeah.
any frivolous charges out there. So yeah, that's what I pretty much had to say about that. Um, thank you to everybody that's watching. The right now we got 4 people. So shout out to y'all for sticking there, hanging with us.
No doubt.
Um, and
I,
this is gonna
I
get
just I
big.
just wanted to say one thing on before we close, cause
Yeah.
that we lost a legend and an icon, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner. He was
Oh man, I
swimming on the coast of
man, that
Costa Rica,
was
and yeah, the
man
current took him, and unfortunately lost his
when
life.
I saw that, I was like, yo, we're talking about Theo.
Yeah, man, an icon. Man. We grew up on him. You know what I mean?
All right, America. Let me say this. I never spoke this publicly. Man, the Cosby's was one of my favorite shows.
Of course.
Like that was one of my favorite shows. And because so, I love Different World. Different
Mm-hmm.
World made me want to experience college. Even though I
Spinoff,
didn't
yeah.
go, even though I didn't go, Different World made me want to experience college.
Yes, sir.
So much so that in my later teens, I started hanging on different college campuses
Yeah.
because because Different World made that seem so appealing to me.
Mm-hmm. That was
Yeah, so
possible.
so man, so my condolences out to Malcolm Jamal Warner's family. Um, man, well, just hope everybody keep them in their prayers. And yeah, keep yourselves in prayer. Y'all have a good night. And we're gonna close this like we always close it, cuz what we got?
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Love,
Be
peace, and
good
hair
and be
grease.
good at it.
I'll be good at it. Salute, baby. Until next
Yes,
time.
sir. 100.